Sometimes we come across YouTube videos claiming that the Islamic Kaaba in Mecca used to be a Hindu temple and so on. Obviously, we all see the similarities of Hindu worship around Kaaba, the way they dress, and how they circumambulate Kaaba, shave off their hair, sacrifice animals. They all remind one of Hinduism. They even worship the black stone just like the Hindus do in Kamakya Devi temple even today. What they do is doubtlessly pagan. So does it mean that Hinduism spread all the way to Arabia from India? What if Hinduism itself a foreign religion to India? Well, Hinduism in a way is the outcome of a fallen entity mingling with the human being, just like in the days prior to the great flood of Noah. Here, the human being involved is King Nimrod, a great-grandson of Noah. But first, let's see the flow of events from Noah's flood till King Nimrod. According to the Bible, the ark in which Noah escaped the flood settled upon Mount Ararat near the border of Turkey with Russia. As they descended from the mountain, Noah and his family settled in the region of Anatolia. Meanwhile, Noah's son Ham and his family rebelled against Yahweh, the God of Noah, and started worshipping fallen entities. There were disputes over the usage of land as well. So, at the time of Peleg, that is about 100 years from the flood, they cast lots and divided the known parts of the earth among Noah's 3 sons, namely Ham, Shem, and Japheth. In the process, Ham inherited Africa as his portion. Now, Ham also had 4 sons, namely Canaan, Mizraim, Put, and Cush. Canaan didn't like this lot. So, on their way to Africa, he claimed and settled in the stretch of land from Hamath in Syria all the way to the borders of Egypt as his own. The others reached Africa. Mizraim, after falling out with Cush, stayed back at Nile River Delta, where he established Egypt. His brother Put settled nearer to him and established Libya. Now Cush, along with Ham, moved on up the Nile River until he reached the tablelands of Atbara, and he established Axum there. Then he ventured out to Sumer, where he established a city named Kish. He was extremely popular that even the Caspian Sea got its name from Cush. To him was born a son named Nimrod. When he grew up, he built many cities in Sumer, and then he moved on to Nineveh, which is today's Mosul. Interestingly, one of Nimrod's palaces has been excavated by archaeologists, and he is known as Shiva in India. Well, at this point, the water nymph goddess Inanna, who is Kali, appeared in Dilmun, sent by Enki, who is Lucifer. She influenced King Nimrod, who is Shiva, and killed him in a ritual sacrifice. Then she started ruling in his stead as Queen Semiramis. Semiramis had a son named Tammuz, who is known as Murugan or Kartik in India. Again, Indian accounts tell us that Shiva and Vishnu used to fight each other. That gives away that Vishnu was a contemporary of Shiva, and he was also from Assyria. So the chief deities of the main branches of Hinduism, namely Shaivism, Shaktiism, Vaishnavism, were all from ancient Assyria. Now, you may wonder as to what this Smartism is that you see on the screen. Well, that is based on another aquatic being named Ganapati that showed up from water on a later stage in Hinduism. Ganas are a group of spiritual beings that Shiva used to communicate with. Ganapati is the head of them all. Ganapati is such a terror. Hindus fear offending him and do everything in their might to please him. Now let's get back to our main story. When the descendants of Kush expanded their rule into Iran and India, they brought their gods with them. Ram was one of the first kings and the popular one to establish Ayodhya. He even had a son named Kush in memory of his ancestor Kush. Another popular one of a later date was Lord Krishna of Dwaraka. Both Rama and Krishna revered Shiva and Vishnu respectively. However, the birthplaces of neither Shiva nor Vishnu are found in India because they were from ancient Assyria. Just as this Kushite religion spread to India, it also spread to Arabia. That is why people do what they do around Kaaba in Mecca. By the way, all these things happened around 2200 BC. The Vedas, which sound very ancient, were not compiled till around 1500 BC. I hope what I am sharing here with you gives some perspective to the ancient events that shaped our individual cultures and beliefs. Thanks for watching.